What's up, pineapples? It is New Year's Eve, and I have this Seco Mangosini from Trader Joe's. You know, just a little mas fancy tonight. I did want to pop a nice bottle of Champs because it's just me and the pets. So I said, all right, well, we got one more bottle of this left over for my mom's 90th, so why not? So let's just open this baby up and pour it up. My favorite one is the strawberry and raspberry. Oh my gosh, so deadly. So if you guys ever want something that's fruity and tasty, cheers. Pinkies up. This is it. Very cheap, very good. Can lead to headaches if you drink too much, but hey, it's good. So you guys are spending New Year's Eve with me. I decided to do this video. I wasn't really going to film, but I said, what the heck, let's kind of do a 2022 recap. Let's kind of talk. I want you guys to have discussions down below, or if you ever want to vent anything out, leave it in the comment section. We're all fam. And I just want to talk about ups and downs and things that we can do to motivate ourselves, and things that can help us put our mindset ready for 2023. To be very honest, you guys, I have no mapped out video. I just said, you know what, let's just sit down, let's just talk, let's just kind of keep the FaceTime, hanging out with my girlfriend type of vibes, and that's what I want to do. Something very casual. That is very good. I'm thirsty tonight. Low-key wish I had the strawberry raspberry. I'd be drinking from the bottle. So I don't know about you, but I feel like every year there's always so much going on in each of our lives, and the year just goes by like that. And when you think about the year and how fast it goes, you have to be so precious with your time, because that is something you can't get back. And one thing that you don't want to also do is kind of dwell in the past. Now, I'm all for reflection, but not dwelling. And I was talking with Glenn about this. There's a big difference between thinking about the past and you're dwelling, you're sitting, you're marinating, or really analyzing the past and kind of looking back, taking pieces of it, putting in your mind, and kind of realizing what you need to switch, what didn't work out, what did work out, what you want to continue to do, what maybe you want to put a pause on. Maybe you're leaving certain people down in 2022. Maybe you're moving forward with some people. Who knows? Now, 2022 was definitely ups and downs for me. I don't want to say it was all downs, but I definitely did have a lot of learning lessons. I would say business-wise, friend-wise, just so many different lessons this year. Now, you guys already know 2020 was a very hard year for us. Even 2019 was a very hard year, but 2020 was when, we had a lot of passings. And for that, you can't get that back. There's nothing you can do in your own, world to bring those people back, or those pets back, those people to create those memories with. So 2021 was definitely a healing period. 2022 was more, okay, I'm pretty healed, but I'm still healing. And now I'm kind of going through other transitions and still kind of a bumpy road. So for me, 2022 was weird because I was really passionate about just putting myself out there and taking risks. And I will always be that person, because I'm someone where I never want to plateau in life, and life is too short to not take risks. Life is too short to ever ask yourself, my question that I dread is, what if? What if I would have done this? What if I would have said this? What if, what if is the worst thing to me. No, it's not a what if. I did, and I tried, and I either succeeded or I failed. So there was a lot of trial and error, because you guys know I was working on that app, and it was for a really long time. And if you don't know, I took a risk and I met this entrepreneur through a realtor, and he's just someone that is just so smart in so many different ways. And even though the app didn't necessarily move forward and it kind of took a turn, that doesn't mean that my experience just went downhill and it all was to hell, So from that experience and working with that app, I was able to finally work with other people that definitely don't think like me, have a lot more experience with me in a different business sense and business world. And everybody kind of came from different backgrounds, different experience, all of that. So it was really cool. And also I was the only female on the team. So it gave me a whole sense of I felt very empowered. I feel like I gained a lot of confidence because you hear a lot in like the business world how women are paid less or they're looked down upon, and things are changing, you know? It's like, come on now, we're eye level at least. Let's get with the times, right? And women are above. And what I liked was that it was such a challenge because I work by myself, you guys. I am a lone soldier, you know? I do everything by myself. But the problem with that is like you don't ever, and even the work with brands and all that, they're not like next to me. I'm not having meetings with them. I'm not needing to have to answer to them and lead meetings. And that's what I did. And that brought me a ton of confidence, and it really built me up. And I feel like it was something I needed for sure, because I feel like in that kind of aspect, I was kind of just like cruising, like, oh, I didn't have a fire underneath my ass where I needed to answer to someone. That's always great to have, at least in some point. And I always think no matter what job you have or whatever you're doing, it's always good to have a challenge. Now, another thing is I obviously went into a small business with one of my really good friends. Now, I'm not going to touch too much base on this because I honestly don't want to, because I've moved forward from that. But it's a good reflection on how sometimes partnerships really don't work, and you understand why they say don't mix family and business, don't mix friends with business. And it definitely did not work out whatsoever. And you realize like the work ethic of other people, and it's very hard when you come from two different backgrounds, of someone who's willing to really hustle until super late and someone who's just kind of cruising. And you know, and there's a lot of other differences. The person I was working with on the app, I really always want to keep him as a friend and as a connection, because he's very uplifting. Like, he is someone who is so humble. He's someone where he never has to work at all. Like, if he didn't want to, he didn't have to. His family is so well off. He's probably the wealthiest person I've ever met. And probably will ever meet, because it is beyond. That's how much. And that's what was really cool. And what I loved is like, I didn't really feel intimidated by that, because I'm definitely not there with him, next to him. But it was cool because you want to pick those minds of those people. So that's why it's always nice to kind of challenge yourself or meet new people, or meet people who have like really big goals and motivate. I'm not saying, oh, I'm like above other people, but I will say I have motivated a lot of people. I have tried to help certain friends, and also help some friends where I give them guidance, and I kind of like a coaching thing, like, you know, a quick little lunch, and I like help them out, and it's literally helped them a ton, like in social media and all that. And I always want someone to succeed. I feel like it's so important to kind of, you know, bounce off of each other as much as we can. But it's also important to only bounce off people where you know that it's going to be reciprocated, where it's not just very one-sided, because that's going to get old very quick. Say, for instance, like with a small business, I learned so much from there. Like, I realized, oh, wow, I never realized that when you do work with someone, this can happen. Now this can happen. And it's just, I saw so many flaws and things that could happen also in the future, and things that currently happen that I was just not cool about whatsoever, where it was like, okay, I finally see the big picture. And that's the thing. You have to take the risk in order to see the big picture, and that's with anything. So like, say for instance, like you want to start a new job and you're in your current position, and you're kind of like doing like a little, you know, merge into your new job. But maybe you start your new job and you're like, shit, I don't really care for it. But you never know. You kind of have to like dip your toes into it to even know. You have to experience it first. So that's why I always feel like when lots of people have a lot of jobs, I notice that they tend to say, oh my gosh, like I just feel like such a failure. I've done this and that. No, that's actually not failure. That's actually progression. Because can you imagine just staying that one job and just plateauing instead of experiencing different, you know, positions and jobs? I think that is great. And same thing goes for like relationships, not just, you know, partners, but with friends and all that, and also partners, you know, when you meet different people. I mean, when I was single for like that good year and some change, I literally found myself. I knew who I was. I met a ton of different people, met a ton of different personalities that I loved, and a ton of personalities that I completely disliked. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of assortment of people in this world, like a box of chocolates, okay? Just pinching them and you're like, yeah, not that one. Not going to eat that one tonight. Also with 2022, now that I've gone on my own with my small business, it's like beyond. Like now I realize my own capability, and I feel like I was almost doing it as a crutch because I've worked alone for so long that I felt like, okay, dipping into this new industry, maybe I needed a little bit of a crutch, but I really didn't. Confidence in yourself with whatever you do. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who's going to put in the work. You're the one who's going to motivate yourself, and it's not going to be everybody else. I mean, you will have your friends and family and they'll help hype you up, but then that's all they really can do at the end of the day because they're not in your shoes. They're not in your position. They don't have your mindset of what your main goal is. So it's kind of hard. I mean, it's always cool to like talk to friends, and you should be able to have friends or family members where you can talk to them and explain like how you're feeling where they don't shut you down. They may not understand full, circle what you're talking about, but it's okay. Just as long as they listen. For 2022, one of my main goals is honestly to be much more organized. I have really lacked in dates and saving different. You know what? I dropped the ball. And I think it's just because I was going through so many different things trying to keep up. Like, it was my first time working with an app and working with these meetings that were literally all the time for lots of hours, even past 10 o'clock. Sometimes they were like at 1 in the morning because I was dealing with time in India. So it was like such a weird thing for me where I'm trying to balance out my brand while trying to do this, which could have been something so great, but I would, just to take a risk. And I'm glad I did, even though it failed. But I was kind of all over the place. So now I'm finally getting, I'm using my iPad. I asked you guys like what apps do you like and all that. And so now I'm really utilizing that. And I'm really glad I have it so I can just keep track of everything. I used to use Erin Condren planners all the time. And then like little by little, I started noticing myself like drifting away from those planners. And I was using a whiteboard too, but I don't know. I just kind of got over those planners and I felt like it was just, I don't know. I just wanted blank pieces of paper. So for me, what works for me is the iPad because I can just jump from page to page, whatever I need. And I have folders and that's what works for me. Again, I would find a way that kind of like helps you because if you're someone who loves to write stuff down, which I actually write half of my stuff down and then I put half of my stuff, I write it in the iPad. But I will say the stuff that I write is like vital right now and I will remember that first. We all like learn things so differently, but yeah, just getting more organized. Another main thing is to continue what I did this year, and it was preserving my energy, saying no when I want to say no, not doing things that I don't want to do, not feeling forced or pressured or feeling guilt because I'm someone where I felt a lot of guilt. One thing that I'll be 100% honest is I still feel this sense of guilt that I'm not able to fully take care of my mom, but it's a hard thing because I'm in a position where, hey, I have deadlines I have to make. I have to hustle for my own self. And I don't have a regular schedule like someone where if I don't work, I don't get no work, And being on social media is very hard. And it has gotten much harder now that so many people are in the industry and things are constantly changing. So I'm in a point where it's like, I can't just like drop whatever I want, drop whatever I'm doing and just go to lunch, and you have to have discipline. There may be some other people that can just do that, that just like pop off and all that, but I'm not in that position where, I work for all my campaigns. I work for everything that I do. So that's why I also work so much so I can continue to not worry or have to feel like, oh my gosh, like I didn't put in my part and all that. Because with Glenn and I, we do everything 50-50, which I absolutely love. And I think it's important to be just accountable. Some months, yeah, he may pay for way more stuff just because he wants to, and there's no big deal. There's no like literal like, oh my gosh, you have to pay this. And it's just like a 50-50 thing with our bills. But other than that, then whatever we buy and purchase or whatever, that's on us. And then sometimes he'll buy more, maybe I'll buy more, it's just kind of like that's more casual. But I like knowing that I'm not slacking and I don't want to just say, oh, well, I don't have to do my part and Glenn can, cover it or whatever. Like I would never want to be like that. I'm not a lazy person. I have this sense of guilt that is starting to slowly go away, and it's with my mom. And you guys have already known for so many years, I've done so much for my mom. It is I've done a lot, and I have to give myself credit and recognition because it's been years of me doing a lot of things for her, especially when I lived with her, and also when I didn't live with her, I was doing a lot. So it makes me feel weird that I'm not able to fully take care of her, but I am not capable of, because she's 24/7 care, and I have to hold my part, and I have my job and everything that I have to do. Some people probably still don't understand that. I still feel like maybe people think like, oh, I just have such an open free schedule, but no, I have to hustle. I'm not one of those people that just like blew up overnight, you know, or just blew up and they just stayed like, you know, it. So I work really hard, try my best, and now with my brand, I'm really doing like a lot of work, and everything's on just me. So yeah, I mean, I do feel guilt, but like I said, it's starting to diminish, but it feels good to finally have other people who are finally helping full on, because I felt like for many years just no one really did anything. And it sucked, and I won't lie. And I feel like that was definitely the case. And I look back and I think about certain scenarios and how things were so different, and it's like, huh, funny. You know, but I don't want to dwell on that. It's like all about moving forward. But you know, I'm just kind of analyzing the past to now, and I'm like, I shouldn't feel guilty. I've done so much. And I'm not saying, oh, I've done so much and I do nothing. No, but like, I did so much for so many years. This last year and this year, I can't feel guilt, because I also had my mom last year too. So it's like, this is the main year I didn't have her. So it was like, I can't feel guilty for that. I've done so much. And you guys have even told me, why do you feel guilty? Like, you have done so much. And you guys even tell me, because what you've seen through the vlogs, and you haven't even seen everything else, you know? So it's kind of crazy. So my whole thing is to not feel guilty. Okay, next up, I want to be a better friend to my friends. Not that I'm a bad friend, but I will say I feel like I have slacked in the department of reaching out. And I don't want to give the excuse of so much has happened, but I've been really busy, you know? And we all have our own lives, and we all understand. But I feel like I can just go a little bit more than what I'm already doing. I feel like I'm very blessed with people who will just drop what they need to do for me. And I want to make sure that those people feel like they can just call me at the drop. And I feel like they feel like that, but I want them to feel it more. When I had such a concentration on certain aspects, I was kind of losing, you know, myself of reaching out or showing that I'm a good friend, or at least checking in. And I just want to be better about it. I've improved within this last year, but you guys know life gets hard. So you can only do so much, and other people are busy too, you know? So I'm really happy that I have people around me that are busy, and they have so much going on as well, because then, you know, you just understand. I feel like there's always room for improvement. Yeah, just like, you know, just a little bit more effort. Oh, it's Glenn. He probably wants to say Happy New Year. It's not New Year's until 30 minutes. That's how late I'm filming, but 1 second. You want to say Happy New Year to everybody? I'm filming.
Oh, Happy New Year, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera. I was talking with Glenn because we wanted to, like, you know, do a little countdown together and all that. I don't know how this got filled back up. It's like 2023 already has magic. Well, Happy New Year. It is 2023 officially. So I'm kind of happy to be filming this, because everything we're going to say is going to come to life. And then that's like the other thing too that's so big. Like for 2023, we have to lift each other up and lift ourselves up. Give ourselves true confidence. Like they always say, like, fake it till you make it. And yeah, but to a certain extent, like you have to believe your words. Like don't say, oh, I'm beautiful. No, you are beautiful and you believe it. If you're always like faking it and all that, it's not good for yourself, you know? So you have to believe what you're saying, and you are beautiful. I am all about like being our own #1 fan. I definitely have gained a lot more confidence within this last year. The last couple years, I was just like very blah. 2020, I completely couldn't stand myself. 2021 as well. This year I was much better, and it's so true though, like what they say, like what we tell ourselves and how we feel, it truly affects us. This year we're going to be positive. We're going to give ourselves positive affirmations and all of that. Everything that is good for us, we're going to do. Whether we need a self-care break, whether we need to just take a break, whatever we need to do, we're going to do it. But yeah, I'm just so excited because I feel like 2023 really is going to be such a great year. I feel like this last year was a year of a lot of learning for other people as well, and just mainly protecting your energy. Like I'm all about protecting my energy. I'm all about saying no when I want to say no. I feel like I can take off my contacts now because my eyes, I feel like I got They got a little bit cloudy with the glue because I just glued these lashes on before I started the video. I would love to know like down below, like how do you guys feel about 2023? What are you going to switch up and all of that? And as always, we all want to be like healthy queens, right? There's nothing wrong with saying it, just as long as you have some goals, you know? My main goal, I'm not going to say, oh, I want to lose weight, but my main goal is to be consistent, to have more consistency. So that's it. That's going to be my goal for the gym. And health all around. And I already started making some good healthy habits. Like you guys, I don't know if you've seen that green juice go around TikTok, but it's Bloom. And now I'm so obsessed with the taste of Bloom. I don't just drink it with just water. I do a little splash of tangerine juice or orange juice, but it is so good to me that I just ordered mango. I mixed the berry one with the orange juice and it tastes so good where I want to have like a second glass in a day, but I just have one glass a day. But it's all about like building those healthy habits. One thing I need to kick though is sugar because I've been on a big sugar kick these holidays. I've been eating a shit ton of candy. Like I won't even lie to myself. Also, who's trying to get more sleep? Who's trying to get proper sleep? Hi, yes, proper sleep. I just need to get on a better schedule as well. But 2023, I want all of us to succeed. If you've been feeling like you have like that urge to like start a side business or start a channel or maybe try social media or whatever, do it. It's all up to you. It's all about action. Get a whiteboard and get something where you physically have to see it. Write it down in a notebook, whatever you need to do it. Comment down below what you want to work on or things that have helped you within the year or things you want to continue within the year. I would love to know, and then let's all support each other down below. All right, guys, well, I'm going to get going. I hope you guys enjoyed this like little impromptu video. Just wanted to like talk and discuss and all of that, but I'm here for you. I hope you guys are doing good. Your 2023, you were nice and safe and you guys had a great time. 2023 is ours. It is here. Let's write down positive affirmations, stuff down below. You are beautiful. You are bomb. You're going to make it. You are going to succeed. I hope your side business, career, job, transition, everything will bloom for you or is blooming. And no, it is blooming for you. You know, you just got to be on it. Be on it. And I want to encourage you and all that. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. All right, guys, I love you. Cheers one last time. I'm feeling a little buzzed. I don't really drink too much, like how much I drink, and I'm already like, woo. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good 2022. On to 2023. We're going to do big things. Yeah. Let's do it. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Woo.